as we go through this whole opiate addiction issue, we have to realize that we have at least 3 Arizonans every day that are dying of an opiate overdose.
You think about those numbers, more deaths here in Arizona than car crashes and officer-involved shootings combined. The opioid epidemic continues to claim lives, and guess what? It's not getting any better.
Well, this morning, our John Treeweiler previewing an event tonight in Phoenix meant to try and turn the tide here. John, what are we talking about?
So, Dan and Kaylee, we're talking about a unique approach here that law enforcement is taking to combat this problem. The goal, of course, is to save lives. Whether these are prescription pills coming from the pharmacy or they're being dealt from an illegal source, it is very clear here. Opioids, they are shattering lives.
It's not just a little pill.
It takes control of you.
I started using heroin. Same heroin that just killed me. You can't go back and say I'm sorry.
And it will win.
It will get you.
So you're watching here, this is a documentary airing tonight profiling several people who have battled opioid addiction. No one is immune from this issue affecting the lives of everyday Arizonans. So the feds here, they are changing their tactics, not just going after the drugs, but trying to help the victims in an effort, of course, to save lives.
In my 30 years of law enforcement and 28 years as a narc, it's the worst drug epidemic I've ever seen. As far as a body count, as many people are dying. It's a huge issue in the country. I lived through the crack days, I lived through the meth, I lived through everything, and this particular epidemic is the worst I've ever seen.
Okay, so just how bad is it? Take a look at these numbers. This is what we're talking about. Every day, 120 people die from an opioid overdose in the United States. Each and every day, like you heard, 3 people here in Arizona, they die from an opioid overdose. That works out to just about 1,600 Arizonans, a little more than that, who have died since just last summer. So you see it live right here, Chasing the Dragon, the life of an opioid addict, 6 to 8 tonight at the South Mountain branch here at the Phoenix Public Library. Doors open at 5:45. It is free. Dan and Kaylee, the DEA, will also be here on hand to answer questions and educate the public.
And
Thank
that's
goodness.
the thing.
Yes.
People want those questions answered. It's not often you get to see the faces of those dealing with this struggle. So it's a great opportunity.
Yep. We need to know what to watch out for. John, thank you for that. And this morning